Welcome back to The Source. We've been beating him up all week, so I'm glad finally James Moore has agreed to come and meet the charges against him. I want to know the truth. Why did James Moore, the Heritage Minister, give James Moore, the Heritage Minister, private exclusive access to the Canada Day broadcast only for the CBC? I've sent him emails inviting him on the show, and now here he is to meet the charges. James Moore, the Heritage Minister. What the hell? Who the hell are you? Who the hell are you? What the hell?
I'm Ezra Levant. I'm your intern, Aaron. I'm the one that gets your dry
Evan, what are you doing? I told you to get James Moore here.
Well, I tried. I called him all day long. He wouldn't come in. So.
Well, what's with the stupid outfit? What are you doing here? Well, this is a national TV show. Well, Gordon.
It's Aaron. I figured that if I can't get Mr. Moore, that it would be better if I dressed up like a chicken instead of 8 minutes of silence.
Well, you think that would be awkward, 8 minutes of silence? I don't even recognize you. Alex, have you been working for me, apparently, as an intern for a while?
I have.
You're the guy.
Keep your water cold.
That's right, 2 degrees, heavy. Right. Well, okay, look. We've got to make the best of it. I see you are dressed up like a chicken. I love CBC. JM plus CBC equals love. What's with the monopoly money? What are you doing?
Well, I figured that if
this is professional journalism. This is hard news, straight talk. What are you doing?
I figured that if I'm going to be James Moore on air, that I might as well just throw around money like he does. So.
All right. Well, there you go. This is performance art. What, are you going to get a grant for this or something? That's what you're going to do? You want to run away from us and get a grant? Government?
That would be nice. Yes.
He promised us. David, he promised us. Roll that clip. Roll the clip. I have James Moore promising to be on the show. Roll the clip, please.
I'm glad to come on anytime and talk about the CBC.
You know what? I got a little triangle here. Every time I ring that triangle, can you please run the clip of him promising to be on the show? Let's practice it right now.
I'm glad to come on anytime and talk about the CBC.
All right, we're going to keep hitting this triangle throughout our conversation, but let's get serious just for a minute. Look, Alex, we talked about the 3 competing stories. I'm just kidding. I'm going to call you Aaron for this show. Aaron, thanks for standing in. I'm sorry to do this to you. I really would have liked to have James Moore be here, and because I want to hear how he reconciles these 3 things. Now, you have worked on Parliament Hill as an intern, so you know that it's not just about policy; it's about spin. What do you think went on, Aaron, when you've got 3 different stories, each saying 3 different things? What's going on over there at the Heritage Department?
Well, I think that's the problem. I think that's the reason why I'm dressed as a chicken today, because Mr. Moore is just too afraid to admit that these alibis just don't reconcile.
Don't you think that by, dodging, I mean, he's normally a very chatty person. He's always on email, he's always on Twitter. Don't you think that by dodging it, he sort of makes the problem worse?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, as shown right now.
I'm just gonna ring this again. Let's just get that clip again. Can we get
I'm glad to come on anytime and talk about the CBC.
You know, he's glad to come on anytime to talk about the CBC, except for when he's going to answer this. Let me ask you this. I mean, you're a fellow, you're a politically interested fellow, you've worked on Parliament Hill. Have you ever heard of any government, except for maybe like the Soviet Union or North Korea, saying to private broadcasters, journalists, you are not allowed to show pictures of our Canada Day celebrations or our North Korea Day celebrations or our Moscow, Red Square Day? I mean, what other country in the world says it's against the law for private broadcasters to show a Canada Day celebration? Have you ever heard of that?
Yeah, I think it's crazy, and that's why I wore the I Love CBC and these other symbols, because that's really what's going on here. It's a love affair. That's all it is. You know,
in James Maunder, that's alibi number 3, he says we want as many Canadians as possible to see it. But he's only allowing the CBC. I mean, don't you think if they really wanted every Canadian to see it, they would open it up like a public event should be, and anyone who wants to run it, whether it's A Channel, CTV, Global, TVA, Sun, everyone will put it on TV. Doesn't that just make sense that the more people you want to see it, give it away for free?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Do you think James Moore is ever going to come on the show?
I hope so, because I don't want to do this again.
No, listen, you're such a good sport. Let's close by ringing the bell just one more time. I want to show... Every time I ring the bell,
I'm glad to come on anytime and talk about the CBC.
Aaron, you're a good sport. Sorry to make you do this. Welcome to being an unpaid intern at Sun News Network. You have earned every penny in your pay. I will buy you a bottle of Evian at 2 degrees Celsius in thanks for your hard work today.
You're the best, boss.
Aaron, the intern, who was pressed into service. He is our James Moore chicken.